Hello and welcome to the Tottenham America channel. We are going to be doing something of an instant reactions to Tottenham Hotspur's 2-0 loss in the UEFA Champions League to Sporting Lisbon of Portugal in a match that was played in Lisboa, Portugal. It ended 2-0. Neither of us were able to watch the full match. However, after looking at highlights, watching other analysis videos and such, we're going to provide our own look on what happened and the disaster that happened with Tottenham Hotspur today in their second Champions League match of the group stage. We're going to run through the events of the match, which really there were only two at the very end of the game. Tottenham, for most of the first half, were the second best team. Sporting Portugal were absolutely laying it at them, constantly attacking them. We didn't have we weren't very well organized in defense. Our attack was not linking. And that's basically how the first half went. Second half, we definitely started to come up a little bit. We had some chances, but our front three really wasn't linking up well. Our midfield was somewhat decent. And then for the last two events, which happened at the very end of the game, in the 90th minute, from a header on a corner, Paulinho makes it 1-0 to Lisbon. And then in the 90+ third minute, Arthur makes it 2-0 after making Emerson Royale look like a fool of himself. What are your thoughts on the game?
First half was just shambles for us. We were just our defenders were letting Sporting's attackers just run through a defense easily, effortlessly, getting easy shots. Really, it was Lloris that saved us in the first half. They could have scored 3 goals in the first half. First half was very slow for us. We had a very slow start to the match. And then in the second half, we started to come to life, especially in the first 15 minutes or so in the second half. But our front three just looked like they were playing individually. They weren't linking up at all. I think Richarlison was getting a little selfish at times.
He was also kind of the best attacker because of the energy he had.
I think he was the best attacker. I think it was right before the first half ended, Richarlison scored a goal, but it was offside.
Yeah.
It didn't go to VAR, but it was ruled out immediately. But still, hey, that's something.
Lloris was easily our best player today.
Lloris was easily man of the match.
Saved it from being a 7-0 defeat for us, because the amount of saves he made, including the one that led to the corner that we conceded from, they were all incredible saves.
Out of our starting 11, other than Lloris, I have to say Perisic was probably the best, even though he wasn't that great.
Yeah, and then of course in the substitutes, the only substitute that we had somehow, even while we have Longley on the bench, Sessegnon or Spence to shore up wing side, Bissouma in midfield, even Heel. I know he's kind of out of favor, but he's still on the bench today. We could have brought on any of them to shore ourselves up.
We only brought on one sub, and that was
Kulusevski. But
yeah, he did do well.
He was our best attacker. Overall, including the subs, Dejan Kulusevski was easily our best attacker.
He was very quiet after he came on, but the second he came on, he made a darting run and earned a free kick on the edge of the box.
Yeah, and when he just knows how to beat his first man easily.
Yeah.
So easily.
I was so surprised how he didn't start in this match. I thought he would, because he was great when he came on as a sub against Marseille. So I thought he was definitely going to start this match.
Son needs to be dropped, I think. We're reaching a point where he just needs to get taken out of the starting 11, realize his place isn't permanent. We can start, I guess, Kane, Richarlison, Kulusevski. They've been the top performing players, because Kulusevski made an impact last Champions League game. He made an impact this Champions League game. Richarlison scored 2 goals last Champions League game, and Harry Kane has 5 goals in the Premier League. Son is still sitting on just 1 assist in the Premier League, which I think says a lot about the way he's performed. So if we're going to drop any of them, it's going to be Son.
Yeah, Son has not been performing very well lately, but I think he'll get back soon. It took Harry Kane 8 match weeks, I think. I believe it was 8 match weeks last year to get his first Premier League goal. Yeah. And what's our next match week? Match week 7, I believe? Yeah.
But we did miss out on 6, so match week 6.
Yeah, match week 6, basically.
And also, we need Longley to start, because Longley is, I think, 10 times better than Davies. Davies is good, but in this game, we needed someone who can hold the pressure of the defense against the attackers, and Longley showed that against Marseille. They constantly attacked, and Longley stayed so well organized at the back that I think Longley, Dyer, Romero should have been our go-to. Although Romero didn't do very well either. He was just diving into challenges way too early. He missed the ball like 90% of the time on his challenges. So
Romero and Emerson just didn't perform.
Yeah, Emerson was a whole train crash.
For the second goal, he was just like almost casually just jogging.
Yeah,
he wasn't making any attempt, and then he just got megged.
Only 1 out of 4 crosses was actually successful today. I swear he took like about 10 more than that from what I saw in the highlights and the other parts. So many of them went off target, out of bounds, right to a Sporting player. So Emerson, I think it's time to drop him as well. Jed Spence is there. Matt Doherty is there. I think it's time to rotate because Emerson cannot continue going on with his injustices.
He's just getting fatigued, I think. That's one thing.
We've had a week's rest. That's the thing.
Week's rest, but he's been constantly playing every game. Time to bring Doc in.
Yeah, or Spence. But I think it'll be Doc because Spence has not played at the top level.
And we also in this match I don't know why we didn't bring on subs. We needed to bring on
Spence,
subs.
Bissouma, Sessegnon. Sessegnon would have helped, I think, because Perisic was slowly fading on that left side. Definitely Spence or Doherty for the right wing back. Bissouma because Højbjerg didn't have the greatest of second halves. Longley to shore up the defense if we needed him. So we had the sub options. It's just Conte didn't make the subs, and I'm not really sure why. But those are our thoughts on Tottenham Hotspur versus Sporting. The defeat 2-0 away from home in Lisboa, Portugal, as Tottenham fall from first to second place in their group behind Sporting. 5 goal differential behind Sporting, 3 points behind Sporting, tied on points with Frankfurt, but ahead of them by 2 goals on goal differential, and Marseille in 4th with defeats throughout the 2 games so far, sitting on -3 goal differential. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that subscribe button, hit the like button if you enjoy our content, comment down below what your thoughts on this game were, and until next time,
come on, you Spurs!